Hey, I'm Steve Volkers with the Steve Volkers Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Michigan Real Estate. I just want to thank the Association of Builders Contractors for asking me to come out to their event this week on the economic forecast of 2019. It was great and great event. Thank you again for having me out. Some things that I learned, or just things that are going on that I just want to talk about really in general. Obviously, I'm on the residential real estate side and also developing now, but ultimately, majority of this was about commercial contractors, commercial development. But I thought it was fascinating to hear, to also see then where that trends are going to happen within the residential space. Some things that they talked about were really architectural buildup. So architectural billing is up right now and on an upward trend. And part of the conversation is when an architect's drawing something that really isn't going to be a thing going out of the ground for anywhere from 9 to 12 months. So there is activity there that would say that we're still going to see construction continuing. Another really interesting number that they threw out was just non-residential construction being up significantly right now. And one thing that I think we could see around West Michigan or Grand Rapids when I look out the windows right now is hotels. So hotels are up by 50% this year, right? So if you look at downtown, you look at all the cranes, it's amazing how a lot of those were apartments just a couple of years ago, right? But now how many of those are transitioning into being hotels, and where there's a lot of money flowing into the hotel industry. The gentleman that was speaking about this in general, or the economic forecast, talked a little bit about money being cheaper, and so a lot of that is foreign money coming into Michigan and into the U.S. So foreign investment is up by 85% this year. So it's a significant amount of cash coming in to here as sort of a safeguard, right? So the U.S. is still considered a safe place to hold their money. And where they're holding it is in commercial real estate. So obviously stocks are very volatile. We saw that today in the stock market as it's plunged again. Sort of all over the place, sort of ringing some of the bells of recession coming, end of 19, beginning of 2020. So everybody's sort of preparing for that. And foreign money is sort of saying, hey, we believe that maybe commercial real estate, hotels, big buildings, strip centers is where we could just hold our money temporarily as we go through this new cycle of maybe some downward trend for a year or two. So that was interesting. We heard about the yield curve transition over the last couple days. And then something that I get asked moving into the residential space is the market soft? Is it softening? Are we going to have a buyer's market? Like, what is the market happening? And I would say, yeah, soft is in comparison to what, right? We always compare to whatever the pain or pleasure was over the last little bit of time. So, everyone knows the pain of the last 2 years to 3 years of very low inventory, a month and a half of inventory, need to buy it now, 20 offers, all the stories. So we're softening in that, where now, a starter home or something under 200,000 might only have one offer or two offers, or might be sitting out there for a week or two. And some things just aren't moving. Some condos are taking a little longer, which always traditionally do than single family. And then also in new construction is slowing down a little bit. And we see obviously the higher end price points slowing down as well. So that all being said, then you get this news from Trulia, which is owned by Zillow, so two big brand names, and they're basically saying Grand Rapids is the number 2 market to look for next year, right? So when you're looking at all the areas in the U.S., Colorado Springs first, Grand Rapids, then you've got Florida, obviously Austin, Texas is always there, Phoenix, Texas again, Oklahoma. So I would say we're doing pretty freaking great, right, in Grand Rapids. And inventory is still going to be at a pretty record low. There's not going to be a buyer's market next spring. We will see some opportunities, but ultimately it's still going to be pretty much a buyer frenzy. We might not have 20 offers, but we probably will have 6 or 7, right? You still are only going to be at 3 to 4 months of inventory, if that, especially with interest rates still being extremely low. So that's a long-winded economic update from our friends at ABC with my thoughts at the end. I hope you're well, and if you'd like more information like this, please reach out to us, and we'd love to be of service. Thanks. I'm Steve Volkers.